Excuse me while I read a commercial. One of the reasons DirecTV can afford to pay me $950,000. Thanks to French Quarter's Guest Apartments for being our New York City hotel. Let them be your headquarters in New York City. Go to FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. Does your boyfriend get bonuses at work?
Yeah, just like everyone.
A year-end bonus?
I mean...
What's that?
It's pretty nice.
It is?
Yeah.
You know, since we're friends, this is just a question, and I ask all people close to me. Do you think $800,000 is enough of an advance for the third book?
Just ballpark? Are you asking for a friend?
Listen,
a friend wants to know.
If you can't drop the sarcasm, we'll move on. I thought we were friends. Would you like to be in the third book?
As a thank you,
Maggie and Mrs. Gray.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Would you and your mom ever consider, if we were in Vegas, maybe all three of us having fun?
You know, I knew I should have introduced her after the segment was over. By the way, my mom's been sitting here the whole time.
Yeah.
I took a risk here.
Mrs. Gray, have you ever done that? Have you ever, in your younger days, did you ever have crazy sort of times?
Of course not.
You never did drugs? You never did drugs?
No.
Well, we wouldn't be compatible.
You have nothing in common.
No, right, exactly. She seems like, you know why we have nothing in common? You seem like you have, what do they call it, class? Now, you both seem, you're a very classy family. You could tell and you got a great sense of humor. Like, you have a lot to offer. You know, you're a successful woman, you're pretty, you got a great sense of humor, you're knowledgeable.
I feel like there's a punchline coming.
There's not the punchline is, Mechanical George is a bit disappointed.
He's not a mechanical drawer.
What's he doing right now?
He's at the Knicks game, actually. He went to the Knicks game tonight.
Probably horrible seats.
No, he's got the Sports Illustrated seats.
I mean, what can he really afford at the Knicks? I'm saying it's very expensive to see a Knicks game. You don't see a lot of mechanical drawers. You see people in show business.
And the product's so terrible. Have you guys already talked about Phil Jackson?
Yeah, the Knicks should be paying people. You're right.
We
The
need to talk about
76ers
Phil
have
Jackson.
openly said that they are tanking for the season. They should be giving refunds.
The 76ers said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their owner said that they wouldn't be surprised if they didn't win another game all season long. They've still got 5 weeks to go.
The Philly sports situation, it's just crazy. I mean, obviously this thing where every time you say the N-word, if they catch a player saying the N-word, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's on the table now for the competition committee.
They did the numbers, and opening day the Eagles are losing 35-0.
That's unbelievable. We had Todd Harriman.
I don't think your mom heard that joke.
Nothing, right?
Todd Harriman's one of the offensive linemen for the Eagles on our show last week, and I'm still fascinated about how the locker room was able to come back from that. I mean, John, you would know. That takes real leadership, I think, to have in a locker room that wouldn't divide every person.
These are good points you're making, but I got to be honest with you, I'm zoning. No.
Harriman's was there Harriman's was drafted when I was there.
You do know a lot about sports. You're very knowledgeable. Like, I know nothing. I don't know who Todd Harriman is.
You might know him if you saw him.
Is he the guy who threatened to kill every black guy to Kenny Chesney?
No, that was Riley Cooper.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Where did Harriman's go to school? Like Saginaw
Valley State. Look at John Ritchie.
Yeah, he's
a third-round pick. Was that the same year as you?
No, that was...
No, you must have been older. Sorry, he's in his 10th year.
Yeah, I was a lot older. I came in... he might have come in the second year I was there or something.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Good offensive lineman. Their offensive line was one of the best in the league last year. They were all healthy by the end of the season, which is
he was
something.
a guy who was coached by Juan Castillo for years and years. And I feel like Juan Castillo was the best offensive line coach in the league.
And then they switched him over to the defensive side of the ball for no reason.
And it's a shame.
This is a good conversation you guys are having. I just don't know if the radio is the perfect place. I'm thinking it's more like a diner.
Yeah.
I mean, over like a cheeseburger deluxe, you bring up Todd Harriman.
That's good. Is that Union College that you're wearing?
What? Union is my hometown of Union Township.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was.
That's the hat Artie wore for the home run contest.
Stop it.
Where he hit a lot of dongs.
What I'm saying is it's the kind of place where not a lot of kids get out and make a couple $1 million a year. And date big-time football analysts.
We heard that you're a really good tennis player, right? And
tennis
baseball player.
player?
Weren't you a tennis? No, you were a baseball player. Sorry.
I don't play tennis. I'm straight. I'm sure after the Knick game there'll be some tennis playing going on. Is he there with his friends?
Yeah, a friend.
What do they do for a living?
Also an engineer.
Wow. There's a fun bunch. What are most of your conversations about? What are most of your conversations about with him?
Our life together.
What's that?
It's been great. It's been great. We have a really great relationship.
Were you ever with anybody else serious?
No.
Oh, that's good. So it's the love of your life.
Yeah, I found the love of my life and my best friend. And I found him.
Where did you meet him?
We met at a bar watching a Mets game in Chinatown. And it turns out we lived across the street from each other.
Well, what are the chances that, and I'm not being
negative.
And
we grew up like 3 hours away from each other.
Not being negative. What are the chances that your soulmate happens to live across the street from you?
Right?
Don't be so provincial. Get out. Get out. Maybe go to Venice for a summer. See if you meet some Italian guy.
No, like we met watching a Mets game.
You met watching a Mets game. I can't think of a more tragic thing.
People have said that.
Yeah. What year?
This was six years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was the big Met player 6 years ago?
I mean, I think that we were trying to figure out who was actually pitching in that game. We think John Maine was pitching in that game for the Mets.
Wow. So the magic was just, the spark was immediate.
It was April, so the Mets were still in it. And if we had met any later.
I mean, other than a meeting while you're watching two flies have sex, I can't think of anything worse. Who are the Mets playing?
They were playing the Cubs. Yeah. I think maybe
Ted
Lilly was on the mound. Yeah, we went back to try to
find
that.
Are you a Met fan?
Grew up in Double-A Binghamton, so yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You grew up in Binghamton?
Yeah. Did you ever play a show there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like about 40 G's I got for that. Because when a town is that backward, they'll pay you more to go. They will. But I take a helicopter right out of them.
That doesn't surprise
me. Do they
me.
have a hotel there?
I wouldn't stay there.
No, I helicoptered out. Is that where your guy's from?
No, he's from Rochester.
Oh, Rochester. So he's from the big city.
Yeah, that's the big city for us. Yeah.
What did he...
Enough about me. Enough about me, Artie.
You're the guest.
But I'm not a guest anymore. I thought I'm just like...
You come in here, you bring your mom.
We were having
You wear
dinner.
this perfume that is Chanel number, let's get together.
Next time I'm coming with a paper bag in my hand.
No, you'd look good at any... Listen, I'm taken. This is ridiculous.
I know. I've met your fiance.
I have a fiance.
She's lovely.
Yeah, she's lovely. And guess what? Smart. She's very, very attractive.
Yeah, she is. Beautiful.
I mean, if I was a mechanical drawer, quite frankly, I wouldn't have been able to have a conversation. But you're deep, and you're like a very, it doesn't matter to you that you'll probably be working the rest of your life.
I hope I'm working the rest of my life. That means I've made a good career. This business is
No, it means
cutthroat.
that your husband's not providing. Does he get benefits? Listen, I see you're uncomfortable, and I'm going to stop there. We'll come back and we'll talk about, what do you want to talk about, the Buccaneers secondary? Now, you really are one of my favorite guests because of your sense of humor.
We'll talk about potential teams for Antonio Cromartie.
He's going to get picked up by somebody, you think?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, two things he couldn't cover this past 10 years, wide receivers and his penis.
Fact.
That joke was so much better during the live look. I was able to use some other things. Your mom hated that one. But your mother had a look like not good one, fat. So I will take a break. I didn't know you were directing the show. We'll take a break and Martin Borsese over here. Back in.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.